to another episode of Texas Motorcycle Rider Adventures. Today's adventure, we're going to be putting the cam on this bike. A Woods WM8-22XE cam. Read a lot of reviews, looked at some dyno charts. Seems to be a very popular cam. I got it at Moto. Along with, I got a new cam, chain, tensioner, you know, just since I'm in there, let's go ahead and do that stuff. This is not an install video. This is a, what the end result is gonna be kind of sound thing. Come along with me. It's gonna be a fun one. It's hot out. You can hear the fans in the background. It's a loud fan too. If you can hear the fans in the background, it's because it's hot. It's gonna be up to about 100 degrees today. Got the tools out. I'm gonna go through exactly what we're doing here. And what I'm gonna use. There might be some other stuff, but this is not a terribly difficult process. You just gotta take a few things off, and once you're in there, if you follow the directions, it's not too bad. Here we go. These are the Reinhart DBX 45. 4.5 inch mufflers with the DBX core. It's the high. It's supposed to work with the M8. I think I've always wanted Reinhardts, and since I have about 50,000 miles on my MagnaFlow Hitman, got me some Reinhardts. I haven't heard a set of Reinhardts that sounded bad. Yeah, we're SNS, cam chain tensioner, and I didn't need to do that. As long as I'm in the case, the other one's got 50, this bike has over 50,000 miles on it, and I figured as long as I'm in the case, I might as well upgrade. I have a fueling cam chain as well. Nothing wrong with that either, just again, 50,000 miles. I would imagine in the next 4 years, there'll be another 50,000 miles on this bike, so I wanna make sure when I go back with as many new components as possible. And here's your kit from fueling. I bought this at Harley. This is a oil pump O-ring, and turns out the kit has all that stuff already in there. That's a new Harley My 2020 or whatever they call it, the new oil pump with the seal on the back and all the different stuff. It's the right one. It's the latest and greatest. This part number right there. I haven't had any sumping issues. I haven't had any problems with it at all, really. The bike's been pretty outstanding for the last 50,000 miles. I haven't had any problems. So here's my new cam bearing. This came with the kit from Moto. Then we have the Night Prowler, the Moto lifters, which I'm about to put in to a little oil bath here in a sec. I also have, I bought this little guy here so I can pump them up. I haven't ever owned one of these, but I know my granddad and my dad had one, so now I'm a man. I have a oil squirter can. We have trusty impact, bolt cutters, power ratchet, bearing puller, assembly lube, the old cam chain lock tool, I guess. Got some feeler gauges, and I guess I'll use that cam plate as my straight edge because I don't really have one that small. I have big ones, but so anyway, that's it. Time to get started pulling parts off. I got the really fiddly stuff out, the exhaust, the floorboard. You got the cam chest cover plate off. Here's what we have here. Yeah, I'm not sure if that's good or bad for 50,000 miles. Close the garage doors because the long crew's here. I don't want to get all this inside anything. I didn't want the grass in here. We'll let them do their job. I'm gonna study a little video real quick. They're gonna come back in a few minutes for you, split second. We're doing it, man, we're doing it. Wow, Cam came out with it. Infamous M8 oil pump. Old pump vacuum plate. No gasket there, but is that a gasket? What is this? And we can pull the lifters out. Ow. I guess the next step, let's pull that cam bearing out. This is a pretty simple operation. Big nut. Goes in the shaft. This little guy's keeping it from spinning out on the inside and coming loose. And new crescent wrench. This should be pretty simple. Yeah, feel it moving. Pretty cool. Now, looking in here, and doesn't seem to be any real major issues. This is the first time I've ever done. I really got this deep into the motor. There's a lot of really great videos on how to do this. One's from EMP Cycle Works. It's the one that I kind of I like that one because it explains it to me pretty well. I actually have it going on the TV the whole time I'm doing this, and I just go step by step. I've watched it several times, so I do kind of already know what steps are involved here, but I'm gonna go ahead and clean things up, get all the new O-rings put in, get everything ready. Also, right up in here, I don't know if you can see this, it's right up in here. Make sure that you've got all the O-rings out of these tubes if you're doing this. And make sure you clean that out too. Sometimes those O-rings that are in there leave a little bit of rubber when you take them out. You don't want that. All right, getting back to work. All right, got all the O-rings in. Got the tubes somewhat cleaned up, put the new O-rings in here. The springs had a little rust on them. So I took some WD-40, cleaned them up, and then put a little oil on them. I don't know if that'll work or not, but I mean, new O-rings in the cam chest. The only ones I have left are these guys right here. And these go in the top of the tube. I'll check the cam plate, make sure there's not some little O-ring in there that I need to replace. Right now I'm gonna put the bearing back in. So I need my assembly lube, my bearing push pull kit, and let's get this sucker stuck. I'm gonna go ahead and run that bearing in and see if we can feel behind the plate. This should go in pretty easy. And it is going in pretty easy, nice and smooth. That's it, we're there. I'm enjoying this. It's not 100 degrees yet, so I got a nice cool breeze with my fan going over here. I don't know what I'd do without that. There we go. There, see, tools out, bearings in. Take a look in here. Everything seems to be okay. Yeah. Yeah, that's the bearing. This is a pile of oil coming out of my bike still. Yeah, I don't know. All the videos I've seen, the oil just doesn't continually drip out, but mine is continuing to drip out. So, you know, get it buttoned up and we shouldn't have that problem anymore, right? Hey, anyway, two things since a second ago. One, found out that the oil pump edges are really sharp. So now I have a Band-Aid because I cut my thumb open. And two, this is the oil pump that came out. Look at this right here. That is a seal. Now my understanding is the 2019, by the way, my build was somewhere in late 18 because I got the bike in December of 2018. It's a 2019 model. They weren't supposed to have that seal on them. The pump is definitely a 10 lobe, which I think the new ones are 8. This is a 10 lobe, but you know, maybe that's why I didn't have any problems. It had the seal on it. Oil pump is in. Now it's time to go ahead and do some more stuff. I think the cam's gonna go in and then the lifter, so we're almost there. So I had to get the glasses out because I'm measuring the, I guess they call it lash or whatever. It's between here and here. I'll try and get you in there. It's not easy with this big straight edge, but it does work. And look at that, the tolerance is 8 thousandths. This is 5. So I can't even get a 5 in there. Flat down and there, yeah. Nowhere in here. There's no, this is dead on, guys. This is a stock spacer, the 110. And yeah. So as I'm going through this and doing these things and looking at parts and pieces, I'm kind of realizing why my bikes have 50,000 trouble-free miles on it. This is done really well. I even checked on the inside of the cam plate, which I didn't get it on video. The inner diameter where the crankshaft comes through, it'd be the backside of where this gear's at. If you have a little warp or a little run out in your crankshaft, over time, it'll kind of warp that hole just a little bit. You'll see where it's kind of mushrooming out on one side or the other, and it had perfect clean edges all around it. So I think there's very, very little run out in this crank, just by observation. Now I don't have the tool to check it, but you know, based on what I just did here, it's pretty tight. The motor was built really well. I'm very happy with that, and I'm glad. And this cam, we're almost done. So. Just a few more things to do. Yeah, it's time to get back at it and finish this up. I got lifters to do. I still got to do my cam chain tensioner. I got to put my chain on, retorque the cam gears and the crank gear, and then I got to put the tubes in, adjust the tubes. So we're getting pretty close, and I have a bachelor party to go to tonight, so I better get my ass moving here. There she is. Got our S&S cam chain tensioner. Got a fueling cam chain, and you can see the dots are lined up. Now I had to take a picture of that because I'm OCD, and I would ride this thing around thinking every time it didn't feel 100% right that the cam chain was on wrong. Everything's done, everything's torqued, and it's time to start putting some lifters in. Getting really close to being done here, and haven't run into any major problems yet, so yeah, okay. So I've had 2 problems. One of the problems was, and it didn't end up being a problem, but I got worried about it. I forgot to check the cam bearing and make sure the numbers were out. Luckily, before I got everything zipped back up together, I was able to get in there and look at it, and thankfully, I actually accidentally put it in the right way. 2, right here, I was gonna leave the covers on and just put the the lifters down in it, but they don't go in it that way. I'm having to take these off, which I have right here. I've taken everything off and I've got the new lifters down in the holes. So everything's fine. I'm about to clean the gasket off of these guys. And then after that, it's put the push rods in and start adjusting. I'm running out of time, so I might get these on and then put a pause on it till tomorrow. Stay tuned, still working on it. And we're not too far from starting it. Probably tomorrow, maybe today, we'll see. So I skipped the video of me putting the exhaust on. I just wanted to kind of get this done. I've had a lot going on this weekend. It's Monday. Finally got everything zipped up. I've got the Reinhart exhaust installed. I got the Power Vision tune from Fuel Moto loaded in with the 22XE cam. I can tell you, I'm legit scared to start this thing up now. I've never done this much work to a Harley before. I'm somewhat of an amateur mechanic. Did the best I could. And I've primed the pump a little bit. I rolled the back tire, you know, about 6 rotations to kind of prime the pump, prime the lifters, get everything ready. And I put it all together. The spark plugs are in it. I checked the oil. Now, it's time to start it. Here we go. Oh my God. Fingers crossed. It's been an experience, folks. Gotta put it in neutral. All right, now we can start it. Wish me luck. Sounds good. It's running. I don't have any oil pressure lights or anything. Anyway, it's running. Nothing fell off of it, and it's not leaking oil anywhere. I didn't run it too long. I'm hearing a little ticking. That might be because the cam's a lot higher lift. It's not a bad ticking. It seems to be on both sides, so it just sounds like lifters. I'm gonna call that a success for now. I'll follow up later. I'm not ready to ride it yet. I'm gonna run it a little bit more. I'm not really breaking it in or anything, but I just wanna make sure that if it breaks here in my garage. But anyway, that's it, 22XE. It sounds pretty badass, actually. I'm looking forward to riding it. About to take it on a test ride. I am legit frightened. Let me get in the sun here. Hey, you know what? If there's a problem, yo, we'll solve it. Everything seems to indicate this is going to work. That sounds good. Let's see. Might still have some oil on my tires, so I have to kind of be easy for a little bit. Sounds so good. Checking for oil leaks, funny noises. Sounds like a legit Harley for sure. Nice slow speed takeoff. normally it's not going to be too loud. When I jump on it, it's really loud. Again, that's the Reinhart plus the Woods cam.